I'm thinking, if I see someone I don't like on the road, right, and I punch them in the face, nobody sees it. That person goes and tells the story. Are they playing the victim or are they the victim? Because if nobody saw it, right, nobody saw me do it, would you say they deserved it? Because, like, when things happen to me, people say I deserve it, right? Or they say I'm playing a victim. So, this doesn't make sense to me. Because you weren't there, it must be a lie, right? Or because you weren't there, the person deserved it, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense to you? So, when you say someone's playing the victim, it's only because you're not there, weren't there to see it, right? But if you saw it, if there was witnesses around, then you would believe it, right? So why do you think my wife is with me everywhere I go? Because then if something happens, I get a witness. It's happened. I had to fist fight my own father. He ran us off the road. It was not good. Left him in the ditch. Sorry, Pops. And, that was his choice. He blocked us in. He ran us off the road. We met in the front of it weren't good. And did I want to do that? No, not at all. But it happened, right? But if my wife wouldn't have been there to see it, who would have been the victim? Him or me? Right? Because he claimed he was the victim. I'm just an old man. He beat me up. No, he got out of his vehicle. He took his false teeth out, set him on the hood, and that's when he knew he was going to fight, because he didn't want to get his teeth broke. Long story short, it wasn't good, and that was when I knew I needed to start controlling my temper, and so who was the victim there? Him or me? Is there a victim? Yeah, me. I had to fight my dad. Like, who wants to do that? Have you ever had to fist fight your dad? Multiple times? Throughout your life? I hope not, because it's not a good feeling, man. That sucks. That sucks. So, I feel like it's the same way with government and law enforcement, and it's like we're always fighting our dads. Does that make sense? Government's supposed to, be Uncle Sam? And then they're overstepping, they're coming in. Law enforcement's overstepping their boundaries. They come in, they do as much as they can. They're trying to get as many tickets written as possible so they can meet their whatever it is, and they can, if there's a patrol guy, he's just out in the car, he's gunning for a detective job, right? So wouldn't he want to, he's got to detect, he's got to catch things. He catches that big drug dealer, he catches that bad dude, and he got a promotion, right? That's what everybody does. That's the whole point of working, is to get promoted, make more money, right? So is it any different in law enforcement? Is it any different in politics? What is the goal with any of it? Promotions, more money, right? I mean, it's the same way with this. I mean, I never served, but I know my grandfather used to drive an ambulance in the service in Nam. And when he would get promoted, he would do something bad to get demoted, because all he wanted to do was drive ambulance. But he did it so good, whatever he did, they kept promoting him, and he would mess up on purpose to get himself in trouble and get demoted. And, I have uncles that I never met him. I met one of them when he got out of prison, because he beat somebody with a pipe or something and put him in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, and my uncle had to do like 10 years or something, and my uncle Danny, and then my other uncles, I think one died in Nam, one came back and caught his wife cheating on him, and killed himself, and my other one died on a train in a boxcar somewhere, froze to death because he was a hobo, transient, whatever you want to call it. I was told he was a hobo, but so because he couldn't handle being around people, so he just And I don't even know where these guys are buried. I think they're all buried in different spots. I'm not really sure. I know one brother, my dad didn't have any money to bury him, so he just dug a hole next to his mom and dad and buried him there, like buried his ashes, and without permission. And then it's like, my dad saw all that, dealt with all that. He tried taking care of his sisters, tried taking care of his sister-in-laws and their kids, and he feels like he failed because he couldn't save his brothers, he couldn't save the sister-in-laws from cheating, he couldn't save my cousins from being, he just failed. So he took it out on somebody, right? Somebody had to take the beatings. And I mean, look at me. Can you tell I've had a few of them? I mean, I've been through some shit, and it's like, I'm not trying to play a victim. I'm just letting you know, like, this stuff gets handed down, and just because that one person, that one guy comes home, and that affects everybody around them. They come home with substance abuse. Some of them have substance abuse. Some of them have housing, employment issues, you name it, right? They can't get good medical treatment, and then they're dealing with the government, and, and then, which I get, but so if me and Joe Blow down the road have PTSD, and we both been through some shit, right? But he actually served and I didn't. We get pulled over doing the same thing, right? Say we're both drunk or whatever. Get pulled over. Chances are Joe Blow down the road is going to get let off because he served. I won't, right? Because I didn't. That's what used to happen. So, but I get it. They should get some special treatment, right? I mean, dude. In what planet do they not? They should come first. Then, veterans should get first serve. Then the roads. Then the buildings. And then all that, right? Like, it just, without them doing what they do, we don't have roads. We don't have buildings. We don't have schools. Nothing. Without our servicemen and women, we don't have nothing. It's all taken away, right? So why wouldn't we treat them that way when they come back? Is that just me talking nonsense? Or, like, I wanted to serve, and I tried, and I messed that up, apparently, but I didn't know about the flat foot thing, and me coming from trailer trash. I'm literally what you would call trailer trash. So when people call me white trash, yeah, sure. Yep, I am. I guess you would qualify me as white trash, trailer trash. But here I am, smarter than most of you. I mean, smarter than most people that are shitting on me. Not most of you all, but I mean most of the people that come at me. Dude, if you were smart, you would have empathy. You would be curious. You'd ask questions. You'd question authority. That's what people do, right? That are highly intelligent. I mean, look it up. Google some shit. Think about it. You'll find out. You find out a lot of shit when you start researching shit. Watch some YouTube videos. Watch, I watch List 25. I watch The Y-Files. I watch 60 Minutes. All these different things. Nothing else to watch. A lot of shit's boring, or I don't like politics really, so I don't do that. So just do some research, people. Come on. This is the least we could do.